Mr. Scott, is there some light at the end of the tunnel?
I don't think there is very much for the next 6 months. The problem is that the government can't cut interest rates until sterling is stronger. And until it does cut interest rates, then the outlook for industry and services is going to be very poor. So I think we're going to see rising unemployment and more bankruptcies for at least another 6 months.
So how much worse is it going to get in the southeast before it starts to get better?
Well, I think one of the problems this time around compared to the last recession is this is less of a recession concentrated on manufacturing. And we've seen it in recent figures on failures of companies. And I think that does mean that an area like the southeast, which is more dependent on services, is going to be hit relatively badly compared to what happened last time around.
So looking on the bright side, what sort of recovery signs should we be looking for?
Well, I think the first thing to see is a turnaround in business confidence. We're not going to get that, I think, until interest rates have come down a little bit more and maybe inflation's come down. And after that, perhaps another 3 to 6 months before you start getting an upturn in activity. But it's going to be the end of the year before we see any significant signs, and unemployment could continue to rise right through the end of 1991.
If there is a sort of synchronised recession, there's not a lot we can do about it, is there?
Not much. It certainly means that exports are more difficult for UK companies, and that's what we've seen in the last 6 months or so. But it does mean that the UK actually has gone into this recession perhaps before most other countries, certainly more than earlier than most countries in Europe. And I think that does mean that when we do get a recovery, the UK can come out a little bit earlier, but it will be a very gradual and slow process.
Can you be cheerful about 1992 finally?
Well, relatively to 1991, but it's not going to be a wild bed of roses in 1992 either.
Thank you very much.